The original Forza Horizon came out 10 years ago. In this video, we're going to check it out and see if it's still relevant in 2022.
My name is Nikolai, and this is Joyshift. I like to film and build cool cars in Forza Horizon 5. If you're new here, consider subscribing and hitting the bell icon so you can always be the first one to watch new videos. We're going to learn a whole lot about cars, we're going to customize them, we're going to drive them, and just have a lot of fun with them. Let's go ahead and jump into this video.
The original Forza Horizon was pretty remarkable as it introduced us to a new level of open world racing. Now granted, there were other racing games in the past that featured an open world style, but in my opinion, Forza Horizon was the first one to really do it right. You know, we had other games like Need for Speed, Midnight Club, but Forza Horizon, in my opinion, was the first one that really made it feel more like just a laid-back cruiser. Like, it's nice to just be able to hop on the game, pick out whatever car you want, and then take it for a nice cruise. The cars also sound really good in this game. Now, relative to like Forza Horizon 4, I've noticed a lot of the cars in Horizon 4, when you downshift them, they sound empty. Like, there's really not much sound there. But for example, right here, I'm driving the LFA, and when I downshift it, it really, like, you can feel the downshift, you can hear it well. It really sounds like you're connected to the car. And now, as you can see, I'm playing with a wheel here. You know, I've got my pedals set up, my manual transmission, I'm running the clutch. It's a lot of fun. And to think this game is 10 years old is pretty incredible. So I'm actually playing on the Xbox Series X, but this was originally an Xbox 360 game, which is the cool thing, is that, you know, we're running this game that was for the 360, but it looks very beautiful. Like, it's so open world, and it's based in Colorado, which is super cool. And I like the scenery in Colorado. I think it's super nice. And what I love about Forza games is they like base it off of real locations. So like Horizon 5 is, for example, in Mexico, and it's just super cool that they kind of carried this tradition of having a really nice location to have all the Horizon games. And for me, I still play 1 through 5 Horizon. I still play all of them because they're all fun and they all maintain the same characteristic that we all know and love, but you get a different map every time. Now, the only thing that I'm not so much a fan of, and this might just be because I'm using a newer wheel on an older game, but the steering wheel feel doesn't feel as realistic as, for example, Horizon 3, 4, or 5. It really gets better as you go on with the game. So like, in my opinion, 5 feels the most realistic. 4 is not too far off, but 3 and 2 is where it starts to kind of get a little bit loose, not as much control, and then 1 is like kind of a little difficult, honestly, to drive. The car feels like it's very snappy. It kind of throws you all over the place. It doesn't correct exactly how I'd want it. And I think a huge reason this is here is because you can only adjust the actual force feedback. You can't do like the very specifics like you can in Horizon 5. So not the best for wheel, but regardless, playing with the wheel is still super fun, and the fact that you can do it is amazing. And the fact that I'm playing on like a next-gen console, like actually I guess 2 generations above the 360, playing on the Series X, it's pretty cool. Now granted, it's not going to be like 4K 60, but it's still good enough, right? It's a lot of fun. And what I really like about Horizon 1, the very first one, is it feels very nostalgic. And obviously, you know, it's a 10-year-old game, it's going to feel like that. But what I like about it is it really focuses on like the midnight street racer scene, but also on like the scene where it's like, if I just want to hop in a nice car in the middle of the day and go for a nice cruise in the mountains, I can totally do that. It kind of balances everything. So you get your street life in there, and then you also get like your nice, you know, cruiser in there. Because my main thing when I hop on these games is I actually don't do races quite often. I actually most of the time just get in a car, drive around, and that's all I do. Call me crazy, but I like it because it prevents me from driving crazy in real life. You know, I have my car that I drive in real life, but I drive it safe. I drive it just like normally on the road. But when I hop on the game, it feels a lot like real life. Like, a lot of people say Assetto Corsa is so much better, and yes, I agree, but I really do like Horizon games for their handling. It's like arcadey enough that it's still fun, but it's also realistic enough that you can still feel the car and all the movement within the car and like the weight transfer, just like all the physics that go on with the car. So it's still really nice. And let's talk about the way this game just even looks. Like, keep in mind, this is a 10-year-old game. but I think it is still very relevant because it just looks phenomenal. I mean, it's the fact that I can just drive to wherever I want and I can just hop in a car and go there is so cool. And there's a lot of change of scenery. You know, you have like your more city area, you also have your very like canyon area, and then you have like, you know, the mountains that are just like a nice carving road to go on. It's a lot of fun, and I like it because it gives you a change. You know, you don't want the same consistent type of road. It's nice to have differences in the road. You get this really long highway that you can do high speed runs on, and then you also get the really tight canyon road that you can do some nice canyon carving on, and it's just really nice that you have these wide varieties of different types of roads. One of the things I really enjoyed doing in this game is actually just racing the other cars on the street, because especially when you hop into the canyons and you just see like another car, you can race them, and it's really simple. You literally just press one button once you get close to them and you can start racing them, and now you have like a little togue battle with this other car, and it's super cool. And I just wish more games would have like this open world sense to them where you have like these nice canyon roads, because I'm a huge fan of cornering. That's like my favorite thing to do. Now granted, you have like Forza Motorsport, which is a lot more cornering, but I'm just a huge fan of like the open world cornering. It's just nice where I can just cruise through them without having to always feel like I need to be super fast and like focused on lap times, just kind of enjoying the view and enjoying the way the car feels. But other than that, that's Forza Horizon 1. I really enjoyed going back on this game and kind of checking it out, especially 10 years later after launch. It's a great game. But other than that, if you guys did enjoy the video, please do make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one.